Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another video. Happy Monday, guys. The markets have been pumping over the past couple months, and if you feel like you've missed out on some of the greatest gains, then this video is for you guys. In today's video, I'm going to show you some what I believe to be undervalued crypto that could 10, 20, or even 30x within the next few months. All right, guys, if that sounds good to you, like the video. Come on, like the video, ladies and gentlemen. Like the video. If you're new to this channel, what's up? My name is Kyle Chasse. I've been in crypto for 12 years, bringing you guys all the alpha. And obviously, you guys have been finding a lot of value. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you guys who have been subscribing. If you're not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Because we drop time-sensitive alpha on this channel. And guys, if you do what we're learning to do here, I promise you that you'll be much better off in 18 months at the peak of the bull run than you are today. With that being said, let's get into it, guys. And first of all, I just want to show you something I'm really happy to see and say that I believe that this channel, that all of us guys, you and me, we are the fastest growing cryptocurrency YouTube channel in the world right now. I believe that's true. Maybe I'm wrong, but I've just checked all the other ones that I'm aware of. With a weekly average of 5,000 subscribers happening every week right now, guys. So thank you to all the newcomers who are here, and welcome to all the newcomers, and to all you OGs who've stuck with me forever. I appreciate it. I hope that you guys are all finding value over here. And also, if you guys aren't following me on X, make sure you go do that. Kyle_Chasse. Look at all this crazy alpha that we're dropping, and this is happening many times a day. Dropping you alpha here versus these videos, which I can only do once a day. But here you can come and stay updated with a lot of great stuff that sometimes I don't even talk about on the video, and really to give you market oversight. So you can see we do these just 2 hours ago. I dropped this daily crypto digest, and when you expand it, you can see that we go into let me just show you how detailed it is. So you can see everything that you kind of need to know, the most major events that are happening every single day in crypto. You can see that we talk about different, where smart money is coming. This is alpha, guys, like crazy. So make sure that you're subscribed and follow me over here on X if you're not already. Like just everything you need to know. Also, we have been having crazy success in the VVIP group, guys. You can see that I have my trader open here from Caspa over the weekend. I'm up 178%. This was even higher, obviously, last night. There's a little bit of a correction going on right now, but I'm confident that this correction is going to come down a little bit, bounce, and then go for another leg upwards to all-time highs. So I'm keeping this trade open, but so you guys know this VVIP group, it's an intimate group right now of only 86 of you guys. If you would like to join this group, there's a link in the description or instructions in the description below to tell you exactly how to get into this group. You can use the links to join one of the exchanges that we're affiliated with, but the instructions are in the description below, guys. But you can see in this group, it's just nothing but calls telling you guys, I'm new to trading, right? And so this is helping people who want to, learn how to trade. We're getting all kinds of calls in here, on where to enter, where exits are looking at, where we're looking for support and resistance. You can see Rune, Near Protocol, Link, Bonk, Solana, talking about other things that are coming out like Pyth right now. We also talk about different tokens in here before we even mention them on this channel. So if you guys aren't in here, I would encourage you to go check it out. It's really good stuff. But now let's get into the first token on our list today. It is called Research Hub, guys. And let me just play a quick video so you know what it is.
Scientific progress is an iterative and collaborative process where a group of researchers come together to prove or refute a hypothesis. It is through publication in an academic journal that research is disseminated to the scientific community. Information, however, is usually fragmented between journals, and discussion about research articles is restricted to the peer review process, after which the paper gets published. Research Hub is a growing research community promoting collaborative and open science. It aims to empower scientists and redefine how science is funded, reviewed, and published. Researchers come to Research Hub to share their favorite research articles or discover new papers that they might find interesting. Upvote the articles that you liked, leave comments, and ask questions to engage with our lively community. If you're a note taker, you will love our electronic lab notebook. And if you're a reviewer, you could try out the peer review feature. And while you do this, get rewarded with Research Coin. RSC is our community rewards token. You may think of it as the currency of Research Hub. There are many ways to earn RSC on Research Hub. You receive RSC for your paper uploads, your comments, and your posts. But you can also receive RSC from other users that enjoy the content that you provide or want to tip your own papers. This is great, but what can I do with RSC? You can tip other users' papers and comments, and you can create your own bounties for community members to complete specific tasks. Need some data for a review paper? Allocate some RSC and set up a bounty. Want some feedback on your fresh new manuscript? Set up another bounty. Registering on Research Hub has never been so easy. Sign in with one click using your Google account and start talking science with your peers.
All right, guys. Now, look, I know doesn't sound like the most interesting project. It's not DeFi. It's not like AI driven, but it's a very, very important. You know, before my 12 years I've been in crypto, I was in research. I was in regenerative medicine, anti-aging, longevity. And so I know how the scientific world works when it comes down to scientific journals and research. It's very fragmented, it's very bureaucratic, and it's very restrictive and isolated, living in silos. And so this project aims to open source the research, and I believe that we will move much faster as a species when research is a collaborative effort and open source amongst the most brightest minds in the world. It's not just me who believes this, right? We have Aaron Swartz, who was the co-founder of Reddit, one of the most genius people in the world, whose mission was to open source research and make it available for everybody. I genuinely love that man. He is now out of this planet, out of this world. He has passed due to horrible things that happened with the U.S. government. If you guys have never seen the video, the documentary, The Internet's Own Boy, the story of Aaron Swartz, I highly suggest that you go watch it. It is inspiring, frustrating, motivating, and eye-opening. And I just really suggest that you go watch it. So why am I so bullish on Research Coin? Well, if it was most other projects with different founders, I would be a little bit about it. And this is a long shot of this becoming successful, but I wouldn't skip on it, right? I wouldn't skip on it. And so why? What's going on here? Well, you can see it's sitting at a $9.5 million market cap right now. And I know fully diluted is 113, but I'll show you why in a bit that's less relevant than the market cap. It's a $9.4 million market cap project right now. And you can see here that Brian Armstrong, the founder of Coinbase, is co-founder of Research Hub. To me, this is very, very telling. Now, Brian has a big track record of success, right? Brought Coinbase from 2013 to IPO in 8 years. Built the Base chain, which is taking off in popularity, has a really successful VC, and is super connected in the industry and is a very research-driven as well. So I would not fade by Brian Armstrong. And when it comes to a $10 million market cap, guys, this is insane. And I believe that based on Brian being involved alone is probably going to pump it. Remember, he is the co-founder or co-founder of Coinbase, right? And so Brian made this article back a long time ago on ideas on how to improve scientific research. He's not just, this is not a new project. This has been around for a while and just now starting to gain a little bit of attention, probably because Brian changed his bio to tell everybody that he was a co-founder of this. But you could see that, let's go, where is it? Right here. So this is all back in 2019, a proposed solution to all the problems. And you can see here, we talk about the different problems right now. Some challenges of research today: reproducibility, prioritization, market incentives, funding, speed, comprehensibility, volume, cost accessibility, ivory tower, journals. And so he proposes a solution. It's easy to point out problems and much harder to create solutions. I'll try the latter. It would be nice if research happened more like open source software and was more aligned with the market incentives. It would also be nice if there was a prioritization like Reddit, comments like Google Docs, and pull requests like GitHub. My proposed solution is an app or a website that brings together a community of researchers in a novel way. It attempts to improve the quality and speed at which research gets done, how it's communicated, the entrepreneurs and business people, and how scientists could get funding and upside. Very, very good, guys. Very, very good. So the token economic model of RSC, it's RSC, is you basically have, this is the most important part. So the tokens may be distributed over a time span of 12 years. This is why the fully diluted valuation is less important than the market cap right now. Certainly for the next 18 months of this bull run, we're going to have, it's going to be very, very important that we have we could just pay attention to the circulating market cap versus fully diluted. Sorry, someone's at my door. I'm going to ignore them. So 60% distributed to community and users of Research Hub with a maximum emission of 5% per year. This is important. Only 5%. So we're not going to see high inflation, guys. And Brian is behind this. So we know that the tokenomics are done very, very properly. 20% returned Research Hub technology. So this is the parent company. And I'll show you why that's bullish in just a minute. 10% retained by Research Hub's founders. And 10% reserved for future Research Hub employees and subject to vesting. This is how projects or companies do it. Usually they have an employee pool. And so we can see that when we go into so really I believe that the bull run, by 2025, we should all be looking to kind of get out. So you can see there's not huge inflation up until then, but really what we're looking for is this really crazy pump from 10 million to 100 million. I think that 10x is built in, no problem, just from Brian being involved. Think about it, guys. Brian, Coinbase. So I'll go here. And so this is an update from Brian. He made it March 5th, 2022. And you can see he says all assets that get listed on Coinbase go through a digital asset listing group committee. This committee reviews every asset that gets listed on Coinbase from a legal, compliant, cybersecurity perspective. I am not a member of DALG and so have no voting authority on which assets get approved for listing. If any meetings were to come up at Coinbase where Research Coin was discussed, I would make sure to recuse myself and avoid any accidental influence. My affiliation with Research Hub was disclosed to our board, and I trust the rest of Coinbase team to reach the appropriate conclusion in any review process that may take place, given their experience reviewing hundreds of assets. Of course, if you're involved in Coinbase, you're gonna they're gonna talk about Research Hub as a token, and as soon as this thing gets some volume, it'll be listed, right? Because Brian's building this in a way. Of course, if you own an exchange that was one of the most popular exchanges in the world, and then you launch your token, wouldn't you want that token to go? So of course, this has a good chance, and you guys are going to catch this before it is inevitably eventually listed on Coinbase. It is important for me to. This is also important. It is important for me to let folks know that publicly that I have no intention of selling Research Coin in the near term, whether it's listed on Coinbase or any other exchange. In fact, I'm committing to never selling Research Coin for at least 4 years from the date of this post. So he made this on March 5th, 2022. So March 5th, 2026, I believe that we should all be out of the bull market by then, or that might be the peak of the bull market. So these guys are bullish long-term. Now, one thing I want to make clear about this, right? So normally when the token has, the use case is really just an ecosystem currency. And that's kind of what it is here, right? And so I am typically very, very, very bearish on these type of token utilities. However, this is such an important problem to solve. It is such an important problem to solve, the research aspect. I mean, if you ask any scientist, they hate the fact that information is guarded, it's not open sourced, it's not collaborative. And so this really could fundamentally change the way the scientific community does research. And if that happens, and I don't think it's going to happen in 2 years or 4 years, but maybe by next bull run, this thing could be absolutely massive to where you've got maybe tens or hundreds of millions of researchers who are using this. This becomes the de facto way that research is done, conducted, publicized, and funded. If that happens, this thing becomes multi-billion-dollar valuation, right? These quote-unquote nonprofits like JSTOR and these other guys that all they do is store research documents, they make billions of dollars a year in revenue. This thing could be absolutely massive. And to get it today to $10 million valuation is absolutely nuts. This is a long-term buy and hold for me. I haven't bought any yet, full disclosure, but I guarantee you I will today. So, yeah, anyway, this is very, 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 very bullish on this, right? So Hera is another one, guys. It is a multi-chain DEX aggregator. Now, 1 inch, in the comments below, the comments you guys are always asking me where to buy tokens, where to buy them, and I say 1 inch a lot, right? 1 inch is such a nice experience for buying tokens that are not on centralized exchanges. You can pretty much be sure that you're going to be getting the best price because it aggregates liquidity from all the different DEXs. 1 inch and Hera are not decentralized exchanges; they are aggregators. Now, there's always room for improvement, right? And if the incumbent, meaning 1 inch, for example, gets too complacent and and fails to innovate, then you have room for something to disrupt it. We're still in the early days of blockchain and Web3, which means that there's still plenty of room for the prime, market dominant incumbents to become disrupted. Or think about MySpace and Facebook, and then X now, right? So there's still room for disruption, and people learn over iterations of technology. And so Hera is not something that I would suggest aping in heavily into, but it's interesting. It has AI narrative, and AI implemented in the correct way into anything could make big improvements, in my opinion. And this is what the team at Hera is attempting to do. Now you can see we talked about Metis before a bit, and it was originally built on Metis, the layer 2 blockchain on top of Ethereum, and it's integrated in Arbitrum. And this is going to be most exciting when it comes in, and it hopefully happens pretty soon, into Avalanche, Base, BNB Chain, Ethereum, Phantom, Mantle, and Optimism. And guys, if you can be guaranteed the best price on a DEX, then don't go anywhere else. Just use that thing, right? And so if Hera is able to beat 1inch in prices, this is where all traffic will flow, because it can optimize it. So it's using AI. It says find the best route with AI Pathfinder. Hera Aggregator is built on top of a unique architecture with a Pathfinder algorithm. It can be developed, reprogrammed, and is self-learning. So this is using AI, machine learning, to find the best routes. And I'm not going to go into all of this because it's quite complicated, right? And you guys don't need to know how the architecture works underneath the hood when it comes down to getting the best price. All you care about is that you get the best price on your assets on a DEX. And even if that means you don't care, right? You don't care if it comes from QuickSwap, Uniswap, Jupiter, whatever. It doesn't matter, right? You don't care at all. All you want to know is if I swap coin A for coin B, that I'm getting the best price with the deepest liquidity and the best speed. And this is what Hera is attempting to do. It's not a new project. The token was launched in April 2022, and it's just now starting to get traction. I'm excited for this because I think aggregation of liquidity is still something that is yet to be solved in our space. Now, you can see that the protocol is integrated on Hera. You have Arbitrum Metis, like I said before, Avalanche Base, blah, blah, blah. But look at all the DEXs. These are DEXs, guys, that are being integrated into Hera on the back end. So aggregating all this liquidity into one. You can see here that Hera right now is at a $20 million market cap and $53 million fully diluted valuation. Now, FDV is more important in here to look at because you will have some pretty hefty inflation over the next couple of years. But in a bull market, that's irrelevant. And if they solve this problem of liquidity on DEXs, that inflation will not matter whatsoever because everybody will be using this, and it has a better token utility and better revenue model than something like 1inch. So 1inch right now, guys, is a $380 million market cap with a $550 million fully diluted valuation. But if you go back and look at the bull market as well, you can see that it got all the way up to a $1.8 billion valuation. And we're headed into a bull market, ladies and gentlemen, right? So it's not, since we're looking at maybe, Hera over the next 12 months going into this full-on bull market, it's not enough to say that it's going to get to 546 million. If it does manage to do better than 1inch, we could be looking at way more than that, right? It could be potentially going to $1 billion market cap from sitting right now at 53 fully diluted, right? So anyway, very, very bullish on that. And yeah, so I'm not going to go into the rest of it, guys, but here is the X account if you want to follow them over there. And they are coming to ETH very, very soon, the token on ETH. Right now, if you want to buy it, you have to actually go to, here's where you can buy it, either a NetSwap, Hermes protocol, which I believe is on Metis DAO. So no centralized exchange listings yet, just DEX listings. And so it's a bit harder to buy it, but you have to bridge your assets over to either Metis or Arbitrum, and then you can get it over there if you guys do want to go buy that. But of course, the harder this access things, and if you're willing to make the work to go do it, and then when it becomes easier, more volume comes in, and it's just kind of a snowball after that. There's some really cool features in here, guys. I'm not going to go over all of it. You can go check it out here at docs.hera.finance. And so it's also improving a lot. Oh, sorry guys. What is this? What is playing here? Mega hits. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So what is Hera Guard? Yeah, and so anyway, this is really good because one of the things too that happens a lot is when I go to swap and I'm using 1inch or Uniswap or through my wallet, and I want to swap like, let's say like ETH for Pepe or something, right? It'll say you can receive up to this and you might receive this. And so you don't really know how much you're going to receive when it does that thing. It has to go final, route everything, and then the price might change. So what Hera has also built is a zero slippage guarantee feature, right? And so there's just a lot of improvements they're making to this, which is nice to see innovation and always things improving. Now, here's another good thing too, is like a lot of these DEXs, like Uniswap has zero token utility, right? Like zero governance, okay, governance. I like to see revenue sharing. I like to see liquidity adding, and I like to see that people have a plan for growth, right? And so better token economic models, better revenue distribution. If you buy, it's buyback and adding liquidity. There's rewards pools for people doing works and things like that. There's burning, buying back, stuff like that, which is good to see. And you can see it's starting to take off, right? So you have, $207 million in volume, access to $2.8 billion liquidity. And one other thing I didn't show you over here is important to see too, that over the past 1 year, it's appreciated almost 1,300%. Been pretty stale. Look, not a lot of volume, right? It's probably because it's hard to buy. But again, the point of this video is to show you things that could take off. Now, I think there's a lot to prove here, and I'm very, very excited to see when this thing goes to ETH and other other chains as well. But for now, you can start to see interest is picking up here, guys, for sure. And for that reason, I'm bullish. I'm going to pick up a decent sized bag, not huge. But I'm going to be following this very, very closely as it continues. So one more thing too here, which is nice to see, is that all of the private sale participants have had their unlock a long time ago, right? So you don't have to worry about any of these private sale people dumping on you. If they want to sell, they've already sold their tokens, which is great. All right, guys. Now Bonk, I've mentioned it before. You can see right now that it's a $192 million valuation. Shoot, 207. I still haven't bought any yet. But okay, so I'm going to, after I make this video, I believe that this thing could easily run to $1 billion, and I think that a Binance listing is inevitable very, 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 very soon. Why? Look at this. $90.7 million of trading volume is absolutely freaking crazy, guys. Bonk is the #1 meme coin in Solana. It's a meme coin. If you can't get behind the fact that memes have value in crypto, then you're not going to make it. Obviously, they do. And, I'm a testament to that. I made a killing. I mean, almost like $600,000 off of Pepe and Wojak when it was in the run, but it was like a year ago, whatever, 8-9 months ago, whatever it was. And Bonk is $90 million in trading volume. It's not listed on Binance yet. One Binance, it's going to happen. So, guys, like I wouldn't take Bonk for anything more than it is. If you think that Solana season, if it's going to be a Solana bull run, then Bonk is the #1 meme coin. It's already established itself, in my opinion, over there. $200 million market cap. Now, this thing could easily ride and pull another Pepe to $1.7 billion market cap, and it could even maybe continue. I would be looking to exit this on the news of a Binance listing. I think it's coming very, very soon. And if what we saw with Pepe repeats itself, we would see this crazy run up, people speculating to a Binance listing. Binance listing is announced. The second it starts trading on Binance, boom, it's probably going to have a big correction and then find price discovery after that. And then Bonk will probably be an established meme coin in the bull market. And if Solana continues to be a dominant narrative in the bull market, then Bonk will also run with it as well. We could see Bonk going up to, 10, 20, 30, 40 billion as well, potentially. Everybody wants to get on something that hasn't popped yet, right? Dogecoin and Shiba, if you ask me, are like exhausted, and they're high valuations. You're not going to make a killing on those, right? Not going to make a killing at all. Now, this is really interesting to see. Bonk doing more on-chain volume than every other ERC20 on mainnet other than ETH and Link. That's mind-boggling. What do exchanges look for? They look for volume. They want to make money on the volume, guys. And Haska trades. Binance has been listing perps on anything with a pulse, but somehow missed the one meme coin that with a maximum mindshare right now. Please fix this, Binance. This guy has a lot of pull in the industry. Tweeting at Binance to list Bonk. Probably going to happen. I'd love to see it gradually go up over the next few weeks to $1 billion, and then see that same thing that Pepe did, where Binance lists it, and then absolutely skyrockets. And then, like I said, make sure you sell your bags at that point. Take profits anyway. Make sure you do that. And this is from Jay here. I think we just need three things: Sol to hit $100 or 50 billion on market cap, Binance Coinbase listing, or Elon, Kathy, or Anatoly to tweet something Bonk related, and you can see Bonk at a 10 billion on market cap. And guys, and so that's gonna wrap it up for the show. Very, very bullish on these kind of things. One more thing that I'm going to show to you guys before I go out is that I would encourage you guys to go follow Fluid. Fluid is getting ready to launch its first product in January. I know it's a little early to talk about it, but Fluid is something I've been working on since 2018. I mentioned earlier to you guys the liquidity problem. Now, Fluid is building a trading platform that you can log into that feels exactly like a SEX without any of that SEX counterparty risk that you take on normally with exchanges. You don't have to deposit your assets on exchanges. And it guarantees you the best price for all centralized exchange tokens and decentralized exchange tokens in one place. You will never have to use another DEX aggregator or a SEX ever again. Like literally, this is the be all end all of trading platforms. It's going to feel just like a centralized exchange. Limit orders, perpetuals, futures, spots, DEX, everything in one place. This is very, very exciting, guys. So Fluid AI, it does use AI in the background, does some pretty crazy things. Very, very excited for this to go launch, and make sure that you go follow them, because if you follow them on X and in the Telegram community, and you're going to have a chance to get involved in Fluid before it launches publicly. And I'll make sure of that, guys. I sit on the board of Fluid. It's something that I've been passionately working on since 2018. Incredibly bullish on this. Go check it out. Let me know what you think. Go join them on X. And there's not going to be a lot of there will not be a lot of marketing or social media, guys, until the product is live. So be aware of that. I told the team specifically to work on product right now. We need to make this product perfect. When it's perfect, everybody will come, because it will literally be the best trading product in the world. With that being said, guys, I'm going to end it right here. I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care. Have a great day. Have a great week. Join us in the VVIB group. See you later. Bye-bye.